If this microphone doesn't inspire you to record your next demo, start a podcast, or get into live streaming, I don't know what will. I'm excited to collaborate with a company called Maono, who sent me their PD200X dynamic internet microphone. I was really excited to see dynamic microphones in the TikTok shop because I live in an apartment and my pesky lease agreement says I'm not allowed to put up a bunch of soundproofing all over my walls. So I personally find that dynamic microphones work better for me than, say, a condenser because with the polar pattern, it kind of filters out the unwanted room sound and really focuses more just on my voice. Right now, I have the Maono dynamic mic running with the XLR, but this microphone also can work as a USB interface all by itself. But for the XLR, I have it going through my pre-Sonos Audio Box Go that is going into my laptop here, and I'm running Reaper, which is my DAW. Now, it's really like tempting to put a bunch of effects on this, but right now, I'm not running any EQ. I'm not running any kind of compression, nothing. Everything you're hearing is directly from this mic through the XLR. So I do want to kind of put it through a couple tests before I switch over to the USB. And the first thing I want to test is this pop filter here. So let me take this off. And let's see how much different it sounds. So yeah, you do hear a little bit of high end come back in. Let's check our plosives, right? Popcorn, plosives, P sounds, P's. You hear that like the plosive. I can even see it clip in here on my DAW. So let's put the pop filter back on and see how much that attenuates that. So we got the pop filter, popcorn. It is a lot better, isn't it? Popcorn. Plosives. We're talking P's and a B's, P's. It is a lot better. Let's try though. Let's see if it's, let's compare it to my little pop filter here that I use on all my recordings. And actually I'm going to take this off again. And let's try it like this. Plosives, popcorn. Hey, how's it going? Pop. Plosives. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of difference, is there? So this pop filter kind of passed the test. I mean, you still hear a little bit of the plosives, but it's definitely a lot better than not having the pop filter on. Another thing I would recommend with this microphone is to stay back about 2.5 inches. If you get really close to the microphone, you might start to hear some distortion and it gets really boomy. So to have a nice, more balanced sound without using any kind of EQ or anything, I would recommend backing off the microphone a bit. Because this definitely has a lot of low end to it. It definitely is going to give you that silky smooth podcaster style voice. All right, real quick, I'm going to do a cut here and I'm going to switch over to the USB and show you the other features that this microphone has. So here we go. Hey, you remember how I said I wanted a dynamic microphone to hopefully filter out some of those unwanted sounds in an apartment complex? Well, the maintenance people around here just decided they wanted to start leaf blowing while I was recording this video. So hopefully this microphone lives up and blocks out some of that unwanted sound while I'm doing this. So I still have the microphone going straight into my computer, but if you notice, I don't have an interface now because the microphone acts as its own interface. So if you don't have, a pre-Sonos or a Focusrite or one of those kind of interfaces, the microphone is its own interface. And so it actually comes with a really nice long USB. I wish everything I had came with this long of a USB cord, but yeah, you go right out of the back of the microphone, right into your computer or laptop or whatever. And as long as you have a way to record, you can record directly out of the microphone. What's really cool is on the top here, there's a little button. And if it's blue, it's actually going to control, because you actually can plug in your headphones as well. So I have my headphones plugged into the back of the microphone. So everything now is just coming out of the mic. This is really rad. So if it's blue, it's the headphone amp. And so you can turn up and down your headphones to how loud you want them. And if you press it, it turns green. And now it's the gain of the microphone to make sure you're not clipping. You don't want too much gain because you'll get distortion, but you also don't want it to be too quiet because you might get more noise in the room or more of those leaf blowers outside than your voice. So you have to kind of find that balance between the noise to sound ratio. Like I said, though, it's going straight into my laptop. And what's cool about running the USB is it also has RGB lights that are on here too. So, if you don't have I have some lighting in the background, not too much, but if you want to kind of add some vibe to your live streams or to your podcast, this microphone lights up and actually you can change the color. On the back, here's a little button and you can change colors. I don't know if you can see that a whole lot, but yeah. It gives all through the different scale here. And I really like the orange one. That's kind of my vibe. So Yeah, again, I really want to thank Mono for this collaboration. Just like with the XLR, if you're using USB, don't get see if you get too close, it gets distorted. You want to be about 2.5 inches away. That's going to get rid of a lot of the low end, make your voice sound a little bit more, natural, and also it's not going to distort. So I would definitely back off. But I actually think that there's more gain through the USB than I had going through my interface, which was unexpected. I was expecting it to be the other way around. So plenty of gain. It sounds good. I think this is definitely a good enough microphone to get you started. If you want to start recording or doing a podcast or doing live streaming or to make your video content sound better, here's a nice dynamic microphone. It's very inexpensive. As always, it will be in my TikTok shop. And you guys know I can be brutally honest with some of these reviews, as you've seen in the past. So I do think Mono is a great company. They're really awesome to work with. It actually came with the microphone. It came with the what do you call it? The shock mount, and it also came with this awesome boom arm. But you can actually buy it where it's just a microphone. But I got the kit where it came with the boom arm too, which is awesome. I can put it on my little standing desk here. I almost want to start a podcast now with this microphone. So, thank you guys as always. This will be down in my shop. I'm not gonna lie, man. This new economy we're dealing with, the gigs have been a little bit hard to come by. So the little bit of commission I make here and there, it really does help me keep this going. Helps me make more videos and music for you guys. I appreciate it so very much. Thanks again to Mono for the collaboration, and I'll be back to my normal content tomorrow. So thank you guys so much again. Definitely check out this mic, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.